Hey guys, I'm Chilla with Sub-07. Welcome back to Mega Man X2. In the last episode, we got through the remaining Mavericks and found the X-Hunter's base, along with picking up all the spare parts, upgrades, and heart tanks we could ask for. And this episode, we're going to be going after the X-Hunters. It's been about a week or so, I want to say, since the last recording session, but I think I got this pretty much in the bag. The X-Hunter stages honestly aren't too bad for a final stretch of the game. Plus, honestly, I just really like the upgrades for X2, so they're pretty useful for taking out this game. Take out these guys, grab an extra life just for the hell of it. Maybe I was too cocky. Oh well, too late now. Let's try this again, once more with less failure. I always forget as well, this is actually the place where we do get a lot of spike pits, so be on guard for that, as you have clearly seen now. Alright, let's try this again. Now, thankfully, there's no, like, extra upgrades we gotta worry about in this stage or the next one, but I believe the third one, we do got something we gotta watch out for, so keep your eyes peeled. Here, though, we actually do got something, so I'm gonna switch over to the Sonic Slicer. There it is. If we can do this fast enough. Nope, not fast enough, we gotta go for it instead. If you remember these Crusher things from the intro stage, they're doing the same thing as before. You should be able to catch them, though, if you're fast, so be careful. Ow. Got him. Yeah, ordinarily this would be kind of a tricky segment, but you can just use the charged up Sonic Slicer to pierce right through him and take care of him without a hassle. Hustle? Hassle. Yeah, words are hard. If there's anything that I've learned from life, really, it's that words are hard and English language is messed up. Thankfully, with Double X Buster, we can take this guy out pretty fast. I've noticed that certain enemies in this game certainly do take a lot of punishment, but yeah, that's not the worst of it for the X series. You'll see that whenever we get to X3 one day. I don't particularly like X3, but we'll get to it one day. Okay, let's try again with the Sonic Slicer. Don't want to miss out on this one, because this one's also the tightest one to deal with. Got it. Nice. Yeah, this one's a very tall passageway and very narrow, so this one can easily crush you. Got more of these hook guys, which I think we haven't seen since the intro stage, actually. If they're fast, I can actually just throw X right into the pit, but since we're faster, we don't got to worry about that. Now let's switch away from the Sonic Slicer back to the X-Buster, I think, actually. Now, specifically for our upcoming bosses for the X-Hunter stages, I'm going to say right now, you want all the weapons that you used against the X-Hunters, but you also want the Giga Crush to be fully charged up, which looks like ours is, so that's nice. Oh, god dang it. Again? I always forgot actually how many of these Wall Crusher guys there are, so let's give him a chance to disappear again. No, don't use the Magnum Mine. There we go. Got him. But yeah, it's really not too hard to get through this first stage. Just gotta watch out for that. I think X1's first stage also isn't too hard, though that's only really just the first segment of the X1 of the first Sigma stage, the hard part. But hey, it's boss fight time already. Let's I believe our weakness here is Bubble Splash. Let's go. And who else would it be but Violin? Back for more. Now this is technically Neo Violin. He's got most of the same strategy, but he's got these blocks. That's really all that changes about this pattern, is that he has those blocks there to make his Spike Ball even harder to deal with. That's all that changes about this fight. So don't be afraid to just use the charged Bubble Splash, because it actually does a lot of damage. Like, look at it is erasing that life bar. Just be careful, though, because his shield does like to deal with that. Thankfully, he's dead. What? How could he have overloaded my circuits? Arrgh! And that's one X-Hunter down. So I think you see the gimmick of this. We're going to be running into the old X-Hunters again, only they're going to have a few tricks up their sleeve. Violin here is probably the closest to as he was in the first fight. The other two are much different. Easy peasy. Next stage. Don't gotta save. Head right back up to here again because we don't actually progress straight to the next part of the X-Hunter stage, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Let's continue. I do love the background music though for this stage. I'll let you have a quick listen. We're going underwater for it. I don't know why, but I really like the music for the X-Hunter stages in this game, actually. It's surprisingly pretty fitting for X, I'd say. But enough about that. We got some of these roller drones that I think we haven't seen since Morph Moth stage, but we can take them out with lickety-split. Just gotta use a few charged Dex Buster shots. That takes care of them easy peasy. And we got a bit of an underwater segment here. Gotta hang on to these things while they slowly make their way back and forth. Fortunately, did not get enough height, or did not get through here fast enough, so I gotta worry about that. Come on. Oh. There we go. That's better. Now this part, I usually say, is a little bit nerve-wracking, because you are dealing with instant death spikes, but so long as you're careful, you can just get atop it from the top. Oh god. And just fall back down if you touch the fire. Just gotta be careful and be patient. Which, I'm not always patient, so we'll figure it out as we go. Come on, head back down. I know it's not that high of a trek to the top. Come on, there it is. Plus, if you want, you can't just power through it with your face. Okay, that's going to be a bit of a tight jump, but I think we can speed burner our way through it. Yep. I want to say we use the wheel cutter on this, actually. That or the magnet mine. Let's test it. Yep, wheel cutter. Let's use another round of speed burner real fast, because why not? Oh, that's what's over there. Whoops. I suppose I shouldn't be considering myself too much with extra lives. I mean, as I said earlier, extra lives are not that big of a deal here. And there's only one upgrade we should be even worried about, which isn't for another stage. Because just like X1, X2 does have a secret final item to collect. But the only way to get that is to have all the upgrades, as well as full health when you get to the place it spawns. Let's just casually ignore you guys. I'll just run past you because I can. So I don't lose fucking 30 life because I graze you from the side like I do in X3, because god. There's one gimmick that I hate about X3 specifically, it's that. The damage output from just grazing enemies is stupidly high, and I don't understand it. Like, I mean, at least their attacks I'd understand a little bit, but no, it's just, oh no, they touched you. Lose most of your life. What? Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself, though. We'll get to X3 another time. I'll be riffing it, more or less. But there's some good things about X3, I think. I think some of its armor upgrades are cool, and some of the Mavericks are neat, like Toxic Seahorse. Well, that's enough about X3. This is X2. The game where you get double X-Buster. Which that alone makes it pretty fun. Okay, switch back to Speed Burner again. There we go. And let's just go down instead. Oh, we got this thing again. I forgot this thing actually showed up a second time. Let's see if we can't cheese our way past it, though. Right through. Now, I specifically mentioned the Giga Crush earlier. This boss specifically is why you want the Giga Crush. This is Neo Sergez. We're gonna get over him, though. We gotta climb on these platforms. And he's upgraded his arsenal since the last time you fought him. Don't even hesitate. Use the Giga Crush immediately. Because it will instantly destroy this and trigger the second half of the fight. Now he will be shooting these orbs that shoot either in cardinal directions or diagonally. And the only way to damage him now is with Sonic Slicer, so let's switch over to that. Just like that. I wouldn't worry too much about this fight. It is a little bit stressful if you don't have the ability to time it properly, but so long as you're careful and don't fall into the spikes, you'll be fine. Oh, and maybe don't jump when you're doing this because the Sonic Slicers can also just hit the ceiling. Yeah, that's a better way to do it. That's how we do it in my garden. He's below half health already, though, so we're doing this pretty fast. This looks like a good spot to... Oh, be careful. Yeah, he's almost dead. And got him. This is impossible! The prophecy must be fulfilled! Yeah! Mercifully, this game doesn't instant kill you if you're standing on this platform, so don't worry about that. But that's 2 X Hunter stages down. And we're only 10 minutes into recording, which is the surprising part. Which means it's time to go to stage 3. Let's do it. Now, this is the important stage. This, you want to have full health when you get to a certain point. I will be very careful to show you what that is when we get there. So, luckily, we also can very easily fill up our sub-tank, so don't worry too much about that either. Watch out for these guys as well. Really, I'm surprised that they actually brought back most, if not all, of the enemies from the other stages as well. That's kind of nice. Get off of me. Thank you. Helps it give a sense of finality, you know? Okay, this part's a bit tricky. You gotta deal with this unruly contraption. Not so bad in the first segment, but in later segments it gets much worse. This thing we don't actually have to do. If we just want to sneak through to get some extra health, we can. I guess this will help for one of our sub-tanks. Because you can never have enough sub-tanks filled up. Alright, let's head upwards. There's only so much you can do. Well, jammed it. Now, when it gets stuck in the corner like this, don't panic. If you can just off-screen it, it should go back to where it was before. Or if you're careful, you can actually just sneak your way up to the top without having to worry about that. Until you get to here, at least. I think there's another speedrunning trick to get up there, but I could be wrong. What? It's, again, I know X1 way more than I know X2, so if I get something wrong, please correct me. No, it'll probably be me correcting myself in post, so don't worry about that too much. What? Oh. Okay, that's a new one. I don't remember it being able to push me off like this. Alright. Do a quick hop and a skip. So, how are you doing tonight? Did not mean for that to happen. That's better. Well, I think I've boned myself there pretty hard, though, so that's unfortunate. Do I have a way to get up there? What? I don't think I do. Unless I can just drop a rock on this. I'll cut to a successful attempt, because I don't think you guys need to see me failing this much. Okay, there we go. Whew. Took a couple tries, but we still managed to get through it. That's the important part. Okay, these bats specifically. This is very, very important. Pull out the Crystal Hunter. Nope. Get ignored, apparently. Come on. Closer. Closer. Ow. Okay. You can see what I'm trying to do, though. I'm trying to get these bats over here so I can have them ignore me, apparently. Apparently I'm out of range. There we go. And climb up here. Get an extra life. Get some energy. But more importantly, that dude is guarding something very, very important. So let's take him out real fast. This place is very treacherous, so do not be ashamed if it takes you a couple tries to get through here. Like that. The reason they give you that extra life is to help you get through this segment specifically. So don't be afraid to just keep picking it up. Let's try this again. Ow. Okay, once more. Oops, did not mean to do that. There we go. Speed burner. There we go. Okay, be careful. This right here, you gotta have air dash and charged up speed burner, so be careful. Or die. You see the kind of treachery we're dealing with, though. You gotta very carefully jump, dash forward, and then speed burner your way back through. Not the easiest thing in the world. But then again, the best things in life you gotta work for. Okay, back up here again. God damn it. The scariest part is trying to have that itchy trigger finger reflex to get through here. Though I promise, this will not take too many tries. Hopefully.
What?
There we go. Now, most important of all, make sure you have full health, or else it will not spawn. So, cling to this wall, slide down, and then question, why the hell did you put a capsule here of all places, Dr. Light? Wow! You are so cool! I'm not worthy! I'm not worthy! Step inside for a special surprise. You sure bet I will. Now, where X1 had the Hadouken, X2 gives you Shoryuken. Taking a move right after Ken from Street Fighter, of course. And this, just like the Hadouken, can be a one-hit kill against bosses. Feel free to use it to your heart's content. If you know the classic motion for it, it is forward, down, forward with the attack button. Oops, I pressed the wrong button, actually. Just like that. The uppercut does damage per frame, though, so it doesn't guarantee that you'll kill any enemy that you touch, so be careful. Use the Crystal Hunter here to freeze these guys solid, so you got some platforms to stand on for safety. Honestly, one of the few times I'll actually use the Crystal Hunter willingly outside of fighting Overdrive Ostrich. And get in here to avoid him being able to latch on. Now, ordinarily, this would be the part where you fight Neo Agile, who looks very different compared to how he used to be. No. No, this cannot be! Master, avenge me! If you have full health and you just do the motion, Agile will always die in one hit before he gets the chance to attack. It is completely overpowered, but it's supposed to be. Wait. We're standing on spikes. Whew! That could be bad. But yeah, no. Mercifully, once you kill the boss, even if you're standing on spikes, you're fine. There's no Mega Man and base bullshit about this. But yeah, that's all 3 X-Hunters taken care of. But we're not done in the X-Hunter stages. We still got one more to go. So, yeah, we got time. Let's do it right now. Now, it wouldn't be a Mega Man X game if you didn't have a good old-fashioned boss rush.
What?
Do not be afraid of these guys. Because honestly, you can still Shoryuken them to death. I don't think I pulled this off as effectively as I did in X1. Well, X1, you didn't even really have a boss rush. X2 kind of goes back to the original Classic Series tradition of that. But it's very easy to take care of most of these guys using the Shoryuken. The one I'd say is kind of difficult to do it with is Bubble Crab, but don't worry about him. Magna Centipede. Dead. Now, technically speaking, if you do actually need to, like, say, stop and refuel on health, this game does throw you a bit of a bone with that. These platforms up here, as you can kind of faintly see, have some glowing stuff. That's more health pickups for you. Kind of useful if you're in a pinch and need some extra health. Let's see what this one is. Warp Moth. Now, you can't actually Shoryuken this dude in one hit. Physically impossible. It'll always trigger the second phase. Uh-oh. Oh, great. Now I gotta do it raw. Well, speed burner time. Oh well. Nothing too serious. But yeah, really, this isn't too hard to worry about. The boss rush for the X series specifically, I think, is kind of easier than the Classic series at times. Because Spark Mandrill Syndrome exists, and most Mavericks suffer from it in one way or another. Especially from X2 onwards. Well, X1 onwards specifically as well had it, but you know what I mean. What do we got here? Ah, here's the Bubble Crab. Spin wheel. Don't even bother. Oh, he's gonna jump at me, apparently. Nope. You're not allowed to make that shield. I told you, you're not allowed. Listen to your mother. Mega Man X is the mother of crabs, as we all know. No. No. Uh-oh. Well, he's dead. That's the important thing. This would be the part where I cut ahead, but really, we're cleaving through Mavericks left and right, so we don't gotta worry too much about having to cut here. It's just a sub-tank to fill up. And let's take care of the last 4 of these guys. Oh, apparently got hit by Wire Sponge of all things. Dang it. I guess we can also show this off finally, though. Since we didn't have it the first time, his weakness, Sonic Slicer. Does always knock him down, so that's kind of nice. But more importantly, if you manage to properly kill him with it, which you'll be seeing in just a second, something a bit interesting happens. Also got a much more cramped battle arena, so we don't gotta worry about that. As you might be able to see just barely, it cut him clean in half. Anyone who's played the Mega Man Zero series, you might also have seen this phenomenon when Zero cuts a Maverick clean in half with his Z-Saber. This was the first time you could actually do that in this game. In this franchise, I suppose, actually. Let's heal up a bit. Might as well. Oh, great. Wheelgator. Even normally this boss takes forever, so I might just cut right through him, actually. Unless we can get the chance to Shoryuken him. Oh, nope. I'm not gonna waste that last sub-tank, though. I'm gonna need that for something later. He's actually being a lot more aggressive than he normally is, which is kind of nice. I guess presumably because we're not using his weakness against him for once. You know what? I'll take it. It means he goes by much faster. Actually, yeah, that probably is the exact point that I should have made in the first place, is that if you don't use his weapon, he doesn't get stun locked and reset. There we go. Much better. And of course, X is going to make that sound when he's got the double X-Buster stored. Who's that leave? Crystal Snail, I believe, actually, and Overdrive Ostrich, actually. I'm gonna take a guess and say that you're Overdrive Ostrich. Oh, would you look at that? Nailed it. Of course, we're indoors, but still in a desert-esque environment. In this case, I think it's snow, since we're up north in the Arctic. Freeze him solid with Crystal Hunter. It's the only thing that actually damages him. Or the only time that Crystal Hunter actually damages anything, period. He will just keep hopping back and forth and doing this, though, so don't be afraid. Yeah, this is why it's called Spark Mandrill Syndrome. He gets stun-locked into oblivion. Like, at the very least, he's smart enough to know to attack, but really, this isn't much of a fight. Got him. Would have gotten hit there, but he's already dead, so attacks don't matter. And lastly, of course, that leaves Crystal Snail, which means it's time for, well, more soccer. There we go. Nope. Not yours. Oh. I wasn't paying attention to my life. Whoops. Probably should have. That's what happens when I tunnel hard in games too hard. You guys ever play Monkey Ball? Because that's what usually happens to me. I tunnel so hard on what's going on that I don't pay attention to anything else. Because in those kind of games, all you gotta do is just focus on what you're doing, nothing else. Right, that's why I was struggling a bit, because I forgot, for some reason, it always changes you back to default X-Buster whenever you enter a boss room for the boss rush, which I don't understand. Very odd choice. gonna do that. But we're gonna play soccer again. No. Not yours. Okay, apparently that somehow did not hit him, which I don't believe, but whatever. Okay, he's gonna try and freeze time again, but unfortunately for him, I can do that. What? Okay, I don't quite know what happened there, but, good? I'll take it. I also do wonder, why does everything explode in a blue explosion in this game? Because in X1 it was red, which made sense, but how hot is everything burning up? But, it's been a while, Mega Man X. What? Sigma! It seems that the X-Hunters have failed, but don't worry. I have arranged for some new toys for you to play with. Seems we didn't quite kill Sigma after all. Though if you stayed till the end of X1, you probably already knew that. Might make you wonder, though. What was he meaning when he said he's got new toys to play with? Well, we'll have to find that out another time, because I think we're out of time for this episode. Next time, let's play Mega Man X2. We'll be confronting the newly restored Sigma and whatever new toys he's got up his sleeve, and hopefully taking care of this threat once and for all. Till next time, ice out.